after maybe a week and a half of limping around on my pathetic foot, after I dropped my bike onto it, it was still colossally large and purple and not looking better and not really feeling better. So we went to the doctor. They were in Altagracia, and they have free healthcare for everyone. Tourists, locals, doesn't matter. I waited in line for about 2.5 hours like I would in the US had I had health insurance. And they saw me, and it was either a nurse or doctor. I don't know if they make that distinction there. And I took off my shoe, and she manipulated my foot, and it was excruciating, and pressed on it. And then she's like, "Your foot is purple, and that is not normal." And I looked at her kind of quizzically, and she said, "It's broken." And I said, "How do you know?" "There are no x-rays." And she just said, "Well, we don't do them here, but your foot's broken."
I gave Andrea a lot of piggyback rides for a while. One night we were all sleeping in our room, and Dan gets up like yelling that something stung him on the foot, and we're all like groggy, like, "Oh, what's going on?" And he's like, "Something stung me, it felt big." And we're like, "Okay." We get up and turn on the lights, and we're looking around, and I look over, and it's like on his shorts, a big fat scorpion. And I was just like, "Oh my god, it's on you." So he like freaks out and jumps up and like flicks it off of him. It flies across the room at Andrea, who's standing on her bed, and just lands right on her, and everyone's like jumping around. And then it fell on the mattress, and we dug it out of the sheets and found it and killed it. That's what it gets for stinging Dan. One of the restaurants nearby that had really delicious cheap food also had really adorable parrots that we played with. They really liked me. Mom was trying to take my clothes off and eat my hair.
Yeah.
And then it got eaten by a dog.
Yeah, a dog ate one of them. But there's babies. It was sad, but, you know,
There's babies.
Such is life.
We also ran into the European dual sport scooterists that Dan and I met up with on Messiah Volcano. And they told us the Miss Ometepe gay pageant was going on that night. While Ometepe may seem like a place that's living very archaically with people on ox carts and lots of ranchers, they have very progressive views of homosexuality and gender identity.
One day we got up and rode down the road to the Anthropology Museum, and they had some really interesting artifacts. Lots of stuff. And
Pots with weird faces on them.
yeah. And they had a prehistoric dildo. So there's that.
Is it really prehistoric? I
A
know I wrote
historic
prehistoric.
dildo.
A historic. What
An
was it
ancient.
called? Like a something marital aid.
Pre-Columbian.
Pre-Columbian marital aid. Maybe you should re-say it like that.
They had a pre-Columbian marital aid.